Hi everybody and welcome to the live stream. Wow, we're having fun in the Axion community, that's for sure. So join the board. Look forward to your comments in the comment section in the chat. So look forward to that one. And let's check out this price action. So it's going to be pretty fun. So let's get into it. So at the moment we've got the price really did a spike just a little while ago. We've got the 4-hour chart, so let's go to the half an hour chart. So welcome to all the people that join aboard here. If you're into Axion, you are going to do well. It's going really nice. So here's the half an hour chart. So just a little while ago, let's move to the hour chart and we'll full screen that one. So let's go to the daily just to recalibrate that, and I just refresh that one. So the price has really rocketed and it's only just stepping up really. So early days, we've got quite a few, 5 days to go before the launch, subject to order of course, but looking very good. And you can see that we are moving nicely. So we're going to take out the big view in the daily chart and pull that in with the price there. I've got the price quite high. So we've got these targets here that we had, so we're going to check that out. Look at this though folks, pulled Axion down to 7.2 billion Axion. I mean, we haven't been down that low for a long time, so that's really awesome. That's great to see. Now we've got, we busted through that first resistance, which was the orange. That was the trading range. So if you go to the daily, you can see that we are bouncing off that trading range at 0.0035, and it's trading down to like 0.0015, 16, and then we finally busted through that on the 6th of March, and then we had the next target was 0.004. We busted through that on the same day, so busted through two price things, price roofs at the time. Then on the 7th of March, we started at that 0.004 mark, and that's where we are now. We have just busted through, so let's go deep dive into an hourly chart there. We can see that if we expand that price, we are just busted through. About 4 hours ago, we busted through the 0.005 mark, which is the title of this video. Smashed through that, and we reached 0.0051278 on the hourly chart, and then following that we ended up getting another high 0.00515. So we came back a bit, which is nice and healthy, and then we've basically charged from 0.0046, some really nice big buys coming in there, and we're back up at the 0.005 mark, basically 0.004999. So looking exciting. We're going to have a lot of fun on Axion this week and beyond. Once the news, marketing starting at the time of the launch on the 12th, so there's so much happening. The community size is going to increase so fast. It's going to be very exciting. And everyone's going to be, you're going to have Bitcoin maximalists after Axion. You're going to have just a general cryptocurrency market after Axion. But the other thing is that Axion's going to be marketing non-crypto investors and business people. So watch the space on that. It's going to be pretty epic. We've got international business services and all sorts of stuff, programmable marketing, and stuff like that coming into play. So it's going to be a lot of fun, and that's going to be consistent every month. And then, so once the words get around about the Bitcoin, now we've been spreading it obviously, but the official launch on the 12th of March is going to be epic. So we're going to have a lot of days ahead of that where Axion gets re-rated, and then a lot more wallets coming on board with the marketing. So it's going to be pretty epic. So if you're in Axion today, well done. If you want to stake and get more shares, obviously you've got to get Axion to get shares. The more shares you have, the more percentage of the reward pool you have, which means you get more Axion and more wrapped Bitcoin. And further down the line, they're going to have altcoins as well, and bring in other communities. So there's going to be mechanisms around that. It's going to be very exciting for Axion in 2021. So it's going to be lots of fun. So yeah, let yourself be known in the chat, and we're going to be going for a little while on this live stream. So enjoy, sit back, get a cup of cocoa, maybe a cup of coffee, and sit back and relax. We're going to enjoy this This charting price, very epic. We're going to look at a few other topics as well while we're here, but pretty epic. So what we got here, total liquidity 7.2 million US dollars. I mean, these are great numbers. Daily volume 2.8 million, outstanding. Remember that only a couple weeks ago was like 200,000, so awesome stuff. And pooled ETH, first time it's been over 2,000 that I've ever seen. 2,130 ETH in the pool on Uniswap. That's just fantastic. Pooled Axion, 7.2 billion, so really neat. Now, obviously, the team has ETH in the pool. That was going to be probably extended. I think it was going to be extended 3 to 6 months. So we'll see how that plays out, given the pool is really climbing. So total transactions 29,781. So looking really healthy, looking pretty good. We compare it to some of the other share rate staking tokens like Hex. Hex is at 0.008778, so it's pretty similar in that range, trading in a range of about 0.000882 to 0.0095, sort of in that range. Wise has done a little bit of a bounce off its. It was sitting around about 39 to 41. That's up to 43, so it's not too bad. But of course, here's Axion. Look at that beautiful number, 0.0005 Let's have a quick look at the daily and check out the percentage gain on Axion. Look at that chart, absolutely beautiful. We're going to full screen that one, so you can check that out. I'm going to scroll down the price target. That's why it's looking so big there. I'm going to scroll that out, give it a nice big view there. Look at those beautiful green candles, and not too steep, which I like. And I've got this green handle. So this orange is the 12th pretty much. It shows the 11th down the bottom, but it's really the 12th. And that's where the VCA is expected to launch, subject to audit, of course, but I don't expect too many issues. Often they deal with the auditors during the week and a half or so, 7 to 10 days it was, and if they have any issues, they deal with that. And if they had any major issues that might delay coding, they'd probably let the market know, which is the right thing to do. So here we are, we're at 0.0005, we busted through that. We peaked out with 0.000515. This is in US coinage, so pretty neat. And I like these. The length of these candles are quite nice on the daily. We just keep getting those. We're looking pretty much getting up to that 0.0008 mark, and a good chance of that we could pass that too on the 12th. So watch the space on that. We are used to parabolic rises and re-ratings in crypto, and obviously Axion is a premium. Who else is going to be giving so much wrap Bitcoin? And like if you see my previous video on this channel, I did post it on the community chats post, and that is Axion could end up purchasing anywhere between on the low side, well, I say the low side, but obviously these are based on assumptions, a low side of $20 million, upwards of $50 million, even higher, up to $100 million in a year doing wrap Bitcoin buying. So they buy the wrap Bitcoin with the Ethereum that goes into the VCA auctions. And obviously there's 2 auctions per week, and they just keep doing those per week. Obviously the amount of Axion in the auctions will adjust depending on market conditions, the price of Axion, etc. So just watch the space on that over time, but the DIS will just keep on coming, and Axion will become even more valuable to hold. Obviously the more people that stake, the less Axion's available in the market, and that really supports a higher price over time. So a couple of things I wanted to say about that was that we've just moved to, we're going to go actually jump to Axion today, and we're going to look at the auction today here. So here's today's auction. We've got just under 8 hours to go. There's 103 million. This is the new auction. So we've got 5 out of 7 days in a week. 5 days are going to be 100 million. They used to be about 300 million or more. So they're going to be 100 million plus any penalties and stuff that go in there. So that's what we can expect from now on. And then we're going to have 2 venture capital auctions. First one starting on Friday, which will probably run from Friday through to Saturday, and that's going to be 1 billion Axion tokens. So we're going to have 5 days where we have 100 million Axion up for grabs. So that's not a lot by the scheme of things. You're probably looking here at around about 29 Ethereum. So they're quite easily subscribed. You can already see that we've already got 28.66 Ethereum bid in for today's one. So that's 48,500. We're basically sold out of that now. probably another ETH in there, and it's sold. So that looks good as done. So we're going to get 5 of those a week, and then we're going to have the Axion venture capital auctions looking expected to, subject to order, obviously, start on the 12th of March, this coming Friday, and that's going to be huge. There's obviously going to be a big 24-hour party for that on the Axion Today show, so it's going to be fun, and it's 24 hours. So it's going to be excellent marathon for the launch of VCA, because it is that a bigger deal with massive millions, tens of millions of dollars of wrapped Bitcoin going to be purchased and given out to those who are staking Axion. So what a great project to be in. Premium for this year and beyond. So it's got a long life to it. So it's pretty neat. And what the thing I was going to say is that people can only purchase, they can purchase 100 million, but as you can see, it's pretty much sold out at about 29 ETH at the moment. And so that means that that ETH gets staked for a minimum of 60 days, and preferably, hopefully, people stake it longer so they can get more shares and therefore more wrapped Bitcoin and more Axion. But it also means that if people want Axion, they've got to wait for the VCAs, which is cool. They'll get the Axion, but that's even staked longer. A minimum stake, I understand, is going to be 6 months, and so people will get referral bonuses, obviously, but really the people to get Axion will need to go onto Uniswap. So they'll need to buy on Uniswap. So we can expect a lot of buying pressure. That said, I think that's brilliant. It's like a kind of genius. It's really great. So the more people stay longer, it's better for them. It's better for the overall project, and it's also makes it more likely that people will have to buy Axion on Uniswap, which is great. So that's a nice setup. And obviously there's more further stuff coming down the line with altcoins going to be introduced into the mix. So it's going to bring a whole ton of new communities. And the other major thing, which is huge, and I'm not sure aware of any project that's really doing it, is a professional marketing team with a professional marketing budget month after month after month. And what's easiest to advertise? Wrap Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the thing. All the institutions are going into it. They've only really just started. I mean, you've got Elon Musk, the richest person in the world. You've got lots of people all getting into it, and they've only just started. I mean, it was only the beginning of last year. New York Stock Exchange set up, tables to be able to do that. You've got actual whole companies taking on debt to do it. So if you see my previous video I did the other day, we showed a company that's done 4.5 billion over the last 4 or 5 months. So they're just more and more. And even that guy who runs that fund, they raised another 1.2 billion or something, and they bought even more Bitcoin in February. Now, and he said that this institution's only just getting started, and that the race is on. I saw and I think it was Forbes talking about Bitcoin being taking over gold, and that has begun. It's like, and that's a no-brainer. And so it's a long way to go, folks, and Axion's going to be right on the heels of Bitcoin's booming growth over the next few years. Remember, there's not many Bitcoin. There's only 13.5 million. They're estimated about 4 million's lost, and there's only another 3 million to be mined. And obviously getting those out is spread out over the next 100 years or so. I think it's 120 years. So I think the last Bitcoin comes out in 2121 or 2141. It's one of those two. So it's a long way to go, and the emission curve gets very rare. So it's going to be interesting. That very bullish for Axion, and the setup for Axion is fantastic. Axion will also become super well known for auctions, and people love auctions. People like that sort of setup, and so I think it bodes very well for the future, and we're still very much in the beginning. So pretty exciting. Well, we saw what happened to Hex last year, and about, I think it was about April, May. The price really started to soar and re-rate Hex, and Hex is still up very well close to that. Obviously, they had a few price spikes. You get that in crypto land, so really interesting. So all of that said, obviously market prices do move in cycles, so we've got to take that into account over time as well. But it's only the beginning, so very exciting indeed. And there we are. So that's pretty cool. Obviously, they're going to have 100 million tomorrow, etc., and again until venture capital auctions, which only leaves about 500 million to be had over those days before VCA. So people really need to go onto Uniswap to get Axion if they want to stake. If they don't they want to get you know, the relatively good value. So you can see the auction pool rate at the moment still for 3.6 million versus Uniswap, which is 3.3, and obviously you get 10% bonus on top of that. So it's still, auction's still doing well. Obviously you've got a stake minimum 60 days. So that's how that goes. That's where it is. So let's just quickly go to comments before I go back to the price there. Frosty Dog just sold all my Axion. We'll buy back in at 0003. Well done, Frosty Dog. David Yardley and hi Andreas. Will it go to a penny, do you think? George Burrows, hey, I have been following closely for 2 weeks. What caused this boom? Well, I just talked all about that, George. The venture capital auction is coming up on the 12th, and the team's basically building, been rolling out things to set up to this point, and this is really a turning point for Axion and growth and vision. So it's pretty exciting. SKB, strong hands will be rewarded. Absolutely, SKB. Welcome. It's great to have you on here. You're such a great supporter. I really appreciated your super chat. You were the first one to give me a super chat. Really appreciate that, SKB. It helps support this channel, and I really do. It's awesome stuff. Wrap Bitcoin, institutional investors, great project. It sure is. It's only just getting started, so people really don't fully comprehend where Axion's going. And from the 12th of March, I think they'll start to get an idea as Axion gets re-rated in the market. So it's not just a price a pump, and that it's actually a re-rating that will be going on with Axion. So it's very exciting, and we saw that with Hex last year, and I'm sure that's going to follow through with Wise at some stage. But Axion really is the main game at the moment. And for some time to come. Who else is doing wrap Bitcoin in the tens of millions as stake dividends? Let me know in the comments. Axion. So it's a pretty exciting future for Axion. Then altcoins will follow on after that, and lots of other initiatives that we've got in the pipeline. So it's very fun times. George Burrows, I got 200,000 in December, then had another 200,000 added to my wallet. A fork, I'm guessing. Do I own 400,000 or the 200,000 I bought non-usable? If that makes sense. Probably one for the Discord, George. Probably go on to the Axion Discord and ask one of the moderators there. They're paid to answer those sort of questions, so check them out. They're very helpful and will help you in the right direction. You can also fill out a support ticket on the Discord on the menu on the left-hand side. That's also useful as well. Patricia is here from Axion today. Welcome, Patricia, and hi, with a nice big fireball there. Great to have you, Patricia. Patricia does a great show with Robbie, and it's really good to have you here. Billy Dickinson, hi. Hi, Billy. Good to have you here. Hope you're enjoying being in the Axion community. It's certainly a fun time to get in. And early days, we're only on day 114 of the auction, so early days, just coming up 3.5 months, I guess it is. Just over 3.5 months, so pretty neat. Andreas, I think it will reach a penny. So I guess you're responding to David Yardley up the top there. Andreas says, I think it will reach a penny for sure. Not too certain about where it will go 2021, but I'm certain it will get there within 5 years. So it's a nice update there from Andreas. George Burrow, cheers, and we'll watch the price. So let's jump over to the price and check that out. So we're back at 0005, looking awesome. You can see my green arrow, just sort of extrapolating the length of these candles, which are quite nice for the daily, and just adding those up for the next day. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days. And so this is just being a modest here. We'll get to 0.0008, which is a new all-time high. So if you can see on CoinGecko, the high is 0.007. And so let's quickly go to Coin. I might leave that one out actually. So it's going to go to 0.007, and then the actual intraday high for Axion is actually 0.002 from memory. About that, 0.0023, somewhere like that. It was an intraday high, but the actual high is 0.007 on CoinGecko. So that would be there. Let's put a little bar in here and go from there. We'll change the color of this one and give it a nice, let's give it a yellow, I guess. Yeah, that's not too bad. So that's the high. If we can break that yellow, we should be able to do that. And I expect the candles to keep going. Obviously a little bit of pullback now and then is healthy as it goes up. And it's a very good chance that it could reach 0.008. Have been fairly good at calculating previously. If you check out my other videos, getting the price about right in these circumstances where you have big news, it's a reasonable projection to make. So watch this one, folks, and we do get these parabolic moves in crypto land. So looking realistic, and obviously we've got mega rat Bitcoin coming from here onwards. So let's put a little arrow in there for that one, and let's I think this one might be worked. So from here onwards, not sure if that I don't know why there's such a small arrow. There must be a bigger arrow. I'm pretty sure there's a big arrow that I've used in the past. So anyway, so from there onwards, we're going to get wrap Bitcoin, and that's going to be pretty exciting. So we'll just put a little text bar in here. Let me. Can be a little fidgety. BTC time. BTC divs. Let's put that. It is wrap Bitcoin. It's on the Ethereum network. So pretty exciting. I'll put them up there and make that nice orange. Very cool. So BTC divs from there, and it's going to be fantastic if you've staked. It's really key that you stake longer. Let's have a quick look at we're on the Axion Today dashboard, which is really neat. You can actually plug in your address here. Now I've got actually the address of someone huge in the community that's actually was exiting. They have changed the game a bit. Let me have a look at their wallet. They were a whale. They had about 1.4 billion. Sorry, they've still got 500 million in there. It looks like they've slowed down, and so they may think again about selling the rest of their Axion. So we'll watch space on that one. This is the thing I do. I watch these sort of whales and what they're doing. That's just how I roll. Now, obviously, Discord has been really popular, and there's Punky's on there, the marketing and strategy manager. I should say marketing and strategy and marketing manager, and he's on there having a bit of fun there with tips and answering questions and stuff. So it's pretty cool. Here we are. We're pumping up in the Axion. Let's go to the half an hour. I'm going to switch over to half an hour chart there, and you can see that we're really pumping up on that one. We'll scale that out. So here we are pumping up on 0.0005, and you can see a nice peak here at 0.005114, and then we pull back down a bit. Let's check that out on the chart. So we're up. Let's have a look at the percentage from that last bolt. We were up about 30%. Is what we did when we broke out from 0.0004. I'm really glad. This is what I expected. I was glad always to see it when it happens. And boom, there we were. And then we had a little pullback. Let's have a look. Little pullback, about 10%. Nice. And now we're starting to move up again. We've got these nice green candle volumes here, looking good. And I expect to see that all week, pretty much. We will probably have a couple little sell-offs like this, and maybe. I think there's less whales out there, but there's still a lot of wallets with quite a bit of Axion and liquid. So I counted yesterday, so this data's a little old because obviously a lot of people moving stuff around, but I counted about 85 wallets that had 100 million or more in their liquid, and I also counted about 13 wallets between 75 million and 100 million that had liquid. So I'm going to check that in a couple of days. That's just my monitor to check out what people are doing. I expect quite a few of them that are obviously already staking. They've probably got a certain amount of staking in their portfolio. Some of them will be swing traders, so just have liquid Axion. But I'm expecting more of that number to actually drop over the next 5 days. That was 2 days ago I did that analysis, so we'll see what happens with that. And I'm expecting that to drop, and maybe 30%, something like that is a reasonable expectation, and so we'll see. I'll check that out later in the week, like Wednesday or Thursday, and that will give me a good idea of what's going on there, and we'll make comments on that and on the live streams. So it's going to be pretty fun. So let us know in the comments if you're really enjoying this Axion experience, and you've got yourself nice stakes. So obviously with staking, I just was going to go back to do that quickly. Look at that price is starting to really move again, almost moving up to a new high, and so pretty neat. So what's going to go to the shares? Let me go to the overview page. I believe that's the one it's on. So we've got 398.8 billion shares, almost at the 400 billion. So the more people that stake that, I'm expecting us to easily cross that this week. and so we're going to get a rush in staking, I imagine, for the VCA, and that's what I'm expecting. That all seems entirely reasonable. We had massive amount of max shares, and there's still, as I said, there's still plenty in the liquid wallets there. So venture cap auctions coming soon. We're talking about the 12th of March there, subject to audit, which we're expecting to be okay. And 4,182 stakes on there, pretty neat. Now I was going to actually, I kept on forgetting, I was going to go on and log on to the, I was going to log on to the, let me actually, I might do that on another tab. Yeah, I might do it a bit later. I was going to log on to the testnet. So if you've been on the testnet, I've done a couple of videos, and I've done 2 videos on testnet showing withdrawing and stuff like that. So it's pretty neat. Let me just, I'll take this tab off and I'll see whether I can, let me have a look there. And I'm just going to log on to something else, so bear with me for a moment. Will I do this? So I'm just logging on to something just to show you guys something, so hopefully this will be helpful. And let me just log on to this page. Yep, so I'm just going to add this back into, hopefully that will go in there. Let me try that here. I'm just going on to the testnet, and we're going to check that out. Hopefully it will auto log me on. Yeah, it did, so that's nice. I'm just going to close out the other one, and hopefully that logs on. So just bear with me for a second while I do that. So here we are on the new, this is the testnet version of the venture capital options. Obviously they'll be doing some UI changes and stuff like that. You can see that I've got a wonderful 23 million Axion staked there. That was part of our demo, $11,775, pretty cool. But you can see down the bottom, and this is what you're looking for, and you can see the wrap Bitcoin part there. So obviously there's no divs going in there because it's just on testnet, but there's a withdraw button there, and if you hit once, you basically probably within like 15 minutes after the VCA, the venture capital auction closes, you'll be able to withdraw your wrap Bitcoin. Now imagine that when you click the withdraw button, it probably does a call, and that calls Ethereum to go and buy wrap Bitcoin is the way I imagine it happening, and that would then go to your wallet. So when you click the withdraw, it will bring up a notification in your MetaMask, and you'll be able to pull out whatever that is to your wallet as wrap Bitcoin. So pretty neat. So hopefully that's cool. If you haven't seen that, that is what's coming, folks, on the 12th of March. Wrap Bitcoin as dividends. Pretty exciting. So looking good. Now I also entered the auction yesterday, I think, or day before. When did I enter? So the 6th of March. I actually entered. The pool had 1.5 billion. I'd done a previous video where I'd entered as well, and the ETH in the pool was 8.7. So I actually entered a 1. So I ended up getting 31 million more. And all I have to do is click the withdraw button, and you can see this comes up. Stake your auction bid. So this is what everyone's expecting. This is help supporting the price. If you're not familiar with this, venture capital auction company and wrap Bitcoin's coming. So it's going to be very exciting. And you can actually stake that for a minimum of 120 days, etc. So pretty cool, and that's how it works, folks. So you have to stake that there. It is mandatory, 120 days. So it was actually, it says 120 days here, so that must be, was that 4 months then? Not 6 months as I said earlier, so 4 months based on this writing there. So pretty cool, and withdraw that. But I actually had stuff in the home page, so let me just click out of there, sorry. So that's how that works. This is what's coming, folks. The big deal is obviously the venture capital auctions are coming. You can see the structure here, set up here, and rewards wrap Bitcoin. So epic stuff. I entered a couple of demos here. I completed this one, I withdraw that. This one here is cool too. And you can actually go to stake that, and I can put in, amount. stuff like that. So it looks like they're still doing a bit of work on that. And there we are. So looking good. I actually have a stake down the bottom here. You can see I actually staked my first withdrawal. I've already earned 400,000 Axion in interest there. Said I max shared it as well. So it's got 86 million shares, and my APY is 334% on that. Obviously, there's all demo numbers, so just take that into account. It's on the Robstein network with Wrap Bitcoin, which would, if it was working, would be giving me dividends every day, every 2 times a week. Sorry, so the venture capital auctions are twice a week. So pretty neat. I hope you enjoyed that. It's pretty cool indeed. Let me know in the comments if you haven't seen that before and that was helpful to you. So that's the testnet. I did a couple of videos on it. You can see that on this channel, of course. I also talked about how much will be coming up. So here we are back on the price chart again, and we're still at 0.0005. Let's have a quick look at gas prices at the moment. For some of you interested in gas prices, in case you want to enter the auction or buy some Axion, we can see that the gas is just moving around between like 70 Gwei and 100 Gwei at the moment, 110 Gwei at the moment. So that's where it's been. We've had quite a few lucky periods where it's got down to 60 Gwei. So that's been quite good, fortunately, and it's good timing. Hopefully we'll have that good timing. We get some low Gwei towards the venture capital auction on the 12th of March. So fun times ahead. Lots of silliness going on in the Discord there. Bit of excitement with the price being re-rated. We've got Punky, the marketing manager, in there making some comments. So, but it's not about time frame with BTC divs. It's more like 11 to 36 month investment. Yeah, so depending on when you got in, if you staked all your Axion for 15.2 years, which is 5,555 days, you're probably looking at not probably in 11 months now, because the share rate's just moving up slowly each day, so you get slightly less shares, but you're looking at that sort of amount there, 11 to 36 month investment. So your BTCs start accumulating, but a payoff probably, if you, so let's say you put 5,000 in for 15.2 years, you're probably looking at about, say, another year to get that value back in Bitcoin alone, and so that's pretty good. And then onwards and then you get basically dividends forever after that. And they've got a whole ton of tokenomics, punkonomics, which you can see on Punky's channel about deflation, so how they take the inflation out of the project over the many years that it will be going, and also many other mechanisms that they've got. It's pretty fascinating. I'll probably do a video on that and take out all the good insights for that one, and do that during the week. So lots of stuff going on in Discord, as you can see. Pretty fun indeed. I was just trying to see whether we had anything there. So don't forget, if you're not registered for the VCA, if you've done a stake before, I think it's before the 23rd of February, and you haven't done any stakes since then, you will need to register your address. So go onto the staking page onto Axion, and you'll need to do that. So just remember that you will need to go onto Axion page and Axion staking platform, onto the staking page, and make sure that your address is actually registered for the venture capital auction dividends. So that's, I think, before the 23rd of February, and if you will need to do that. One way of doing that, of course, is you can upgrade existing stakes. You can make them longer. Obviously, the upgrade is for 15.2 years. The other way you can do it is that you can make a new stake, and that will auto-register your address. So you don't need to just you can just do a straight register the address, but if you want to make it cheaper and actually get more shares at the same time, or you're planning to do a stake, then you can do it that way as well. You just need to do one transaction of any of those options to do it. So just go onto the staking page on the staking platform and make sure that you are registered, so that you actually get the venture capital auction wrap Bitcoin dividends that you can claim at any time in the future. So I'll just be letting my Bitcoin accumulate, and I imagine most people will just be doing that. The other side besides that is that you will get Bitcoin. Now, if the price of Bitcoin goes up to 100,000, 200,000, 500,000, whatever it does over the next coming years, your value of Bitcoin is going to go up in the same multiple. So it's just wonderful. Now I'm super bullish on Bitcoin over time, as I am on Axion, and so that's a no-brainer, right? So you get $1,000 of Bitcoin today, and if Bitcoin goes up 10x to a million, well, let's say $500,000, 10x, then you will get your 1,000 will be worth 10,000. That's how it works, folks. Super bullish, and remember I said there's not many Bitcoin in the world, 13.5 million with 4 million lost, and the difference is to 21 million is to come out over the next, about 3 million to come out over the next following years, 100 years or something. Food TV, I've got a couple comments in here. Billy Dickinson, hi, good to see you here. Billy, thanks for the comments. Andreas, I think it will reach, we looked at that one, didn't we? Not too certain about, it will go to 21. George Burrows, cheers. And Food TV's just jumped on there. Hey Food TV, good to see you. I guess it is a good thing I locked my 500 million for 6 months. Yeah, well done Food TV. Good stuff. It's good to see that you've still holding on to those. Uh, I think you mentioned about a month ago or something, or 2 months, that you just weren't too sure, but you've done the right thing. Well done. So here we are, folks. We're just about to break a new high here. As a local high, obviously the historical high is up here at the yellow mark. That's our pretty much our all-time high of 0.0072. Obviously, Conga goes 0.007. I think that's why I might have here. We're just about to break this local high and get re-rated. And then what do I have? This is the 0.008 was the target by the 12th, and I said there was a good chance that we could actually break that on the current trend. So it's based on the current trend, daily trend. So we have a look at the daily trend, and you can see based on these sort of lengths of these candles, green candles, like these two here, quite nice. That's not too bad, pretty similar. Obviously it's a bit smaller on this day. We get a couple more of these and we're quite re-rating. And then marketing starts, we'll get a lot more people into the community. Like I said, I'm looking at this number here. Let me just go to analytics. This is on the Axion Today dashboard. You can see it in the video description. So I keep these in all the video descriptions. I've also updated my description on how to buy and stake Axion in the description. So hopefully that's very helpful. I just changed that yesterday, so hopefully it's much more helpful for people to follow. Before that, I just had a whole ton of links that linked to all the relevant things, but didn't give them as much context. So now they've got context if you want to buy and stake Axion. So you can check that out. Leave any comments on whether you think I can improve any of that, but I think it's fairly good. So check that one out. So one day, 70 users, so we've jumped. Remember, we were getting like 10 users, 12 users, 30 users. So we're up to 70 users. This is going to be awesome. So not only do we have marketing starting on the 12th of March, but we've got obviously the price attracts a lot of people, and so people move capital into it. And once they actually get here and they go, why is the price moving? Then they go, oh, you're staking and you get wrapped Bitcoin, and then they'll start to stay, right? They start to stay. They go, oh, okay, I'm going to buy some, and I'm actually not going to swing trade it or trade it. I'm going to stake it, and so that's how that works, folks. They stake it, and then they get wrapped Bitcoin. And that's how we grow. And so there's a lot of stickiness designed into Axion. So it's very cool indeed. And the more people that enter the community, the better. So over the week, we've had 160. Now I personally have been talking about getting that to 2,000 a week. And I think with the price re-rating, with the marketing, and with a lot of other initiatives following in after that, I think we can definitely do that. And rapidly. So we've got 9,500 users, active users, I should say. I think we've got about 15,500 wallets, or maybe a bit more than that in total. And so we get this up by another 24,000. We're up to basically getting up to 35,000 wallets in the next 3 months. We're doing very well indeed. So I'm very bullish on that. So you can see in the month 773. So we want to get up to that to like 8,000. That's my personal target, so I think that's something that's definitely possible with a professional marketing team and a marketing budget. So exciting stuff, folks. I had 4 counts here too, very demonstrable. So we got a small count here, and I'm not sure if I'll go through that now, but I've been through it in other videos. Pretty cool to show you some comparisons. Let's jump back to the price here. 0.0005 and we are fighting the mark. Not really. I'm just sitting back, laid back. We're just slowly just pushing higher. Very cool indeed. Look at this huge increase in volume. Very nice. So welcome to the chat. If you're new to the chat, it's good to have you here. Food TV says, yeah, for 30 million. Food TV was still in my wallet and 500 million was staked for 6 months. So I turned off the Axion and don't watch it. That's kind of wise with Food TV, but I can't stop watching Axion price and opened back up 2 days ago and it's looking good. Awesome Food TV, I'm so glad. Early days too. Do you think after the big payday will be a sell-off like Hex? Well, no, I think there will definitely be some people selling, but not in the same way because a lot of people are actually max sharing. Let's have a quick check out of all that. So we've had a lot of the big whales actually max share. So naturally people will sell some. That's no doubt about that. I actually haven't got a staking ladder on this. That's a good question. I'm going to do a bit more further on that. Let me have a look. Not sure if I'm on the right tab. So here's what Food TV is talking about is the big paydays coming up. So the first big payday coming up is the 29th of October. So it's talking about there'd be 5 billion. But remember, there's also 5.7 billion in the following year, 10 billion in the third year, 12.5 billion in the fourth year, and then a massive 15 billion in the year 2025. Yeah, there's people that could sell some of this off, but then they may very well stake that too. So what's that? March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October. So what's it? 7 months away. So they vary with the wrap bitcoins coming in and the price. People may be far more prudent in keeping their Axion and staking it again for wrap bitcoin. And there'll be altcoins by then as well. So yeah, I think it'll be a bit of a mixed bag there, but I still think it will be not too bad. Do you think? Yeah, so be interesting. A lot of that, the other thing I was going to say is that a lot of that Food TV, the other thing I was trying to actually say was that a lot of people have max shared. So a lot of the big whales that will get a lot of that Axion, uh, they are actually max shared for 15 years. So that actually all this 50 billion Axion won't come out for 15 years. So that's the other side of it too. They got a big share of that. And I'll show you that with, I think I've got this one here as a whale, F812. It's good things these are anonymous so that people don't worry about me using them as an example. But this one here's got 4.2 billion staked, so they're max shared. They're max shared for 15 years. I think I'm going to go to the overview. So they're max shared for 15 years, and am I on the right tab here? Portfolio, sorry, portfolio. So they've got 1.43 billion. They're a whale, obviously. They says that they're a shark, but they're basically a whale. Anyway, so they've got 1.4 billion, and they stake for 5.67 years. So they've got a more of a diverse portfolio, but you know they've got this 10 million Axion coming out on there, or 10 million then 36. So they're actually stake fairly long. Most of it. I mean, obviously got some stuff, but they'll probably stake some of that again. So interesting. And what was this one here? This one here's got, this is a third profile. It's sort of the next one down. It's got 315 million, and they are staked for 10.7 years in average. So a lot of that Axion is actually sort of staked amongst those. So it will be dampened down. Let's put it that way. It'll be dampened down quite dramatically by the whales that are in there. Food TV 1.4 billion stake for 15 years. Yeah, pretty amazing. So that was the third biggest. I got four here. I got the small one here. This is a small, I guess, shrimp. Oh, it says a fish, and it's 1.4 million staked. They're fully staked for 15 years. They got 0.0012%. So this is the main thing. The percentage of shares that you own is what determines what rewards you get. Obviously, with wrap Bitcoin, this is the big deal. This is the #1 number for you. And if you want to maintain a number like that, you have to keep rolling in a percentage of your investment just to keep your percentage, whatever that's going to be. So it's 0.00127. Though that's the percentage of the reward pool, that includes whatever they're going to get in Axion. So Axion reward pool has 8% inflation per year paid daily. It also has the auction market buybacks. So we've now moved down to 100 million in Axion. So the Axion payout will be lower, obviously, because we've moved from 300 million. But the wrap Bitcoin is the big deal, and we've got 2 billion moving into that, and so that's 2.5 billion Axiom per week, and that will be adjusted as the price changes as well, and variables like that. So we'll watch the space on that, and then we're going to get more people because they're going to be doing the marketing. There's going to be way more people, and that's the number one thing, is to grow your community to and energize the economy, and that is going to over time mean that there's less Axion to go around. Then on top of that, they're going to have deflationary tactics to reduce inflation out as well. So pretty exciting stuff. And also they're looking at bundling off shares potentially, maybe in NFTs in the future, non-fungible tokens. So you can actually, if you've got a 15-year stake, you may be able to transfer that ownership. So it won't impact the price on the market as such, but you'll transfer the ownership of that stake for 15 years to somebody else, maybe someone who's 55 wants to transfer it to someone who's 25, because they can, maybe it's halfway through, they're 7 years through and there's 7 years to go, they might transfer that over. So that's sort of how that might work. Pretty cool. And so that's the small one there, and then we had a second one which is slightly bigger, 29.4 million they've got staked. You can see they're fully staked for 15.2 years. So you sort of get the rhythm of what's going on here. This one here, and then some of the big ones have a bit more diversified portfolio, but they're mostly staked. 10 years, 0.71 years staked is pretty good. They got 20 million in liquid there, but they're mostly staked, so it's pretty cool. You can see that on the chart here. They've got 0.25%. That's pretty neat. Wouldn't you love to own 0.25% of the pool? Food TV says, well, I own probably twice that, so that's all right. But that's the idea. And then you've got this shark or whale. It says shark, but really quite a whale at 1.4 million. And so it's 713,000. And their average stake is 5.67 years. So I expect to get a lot more commitment and people chasing that wrap Bitcoin. To get most wrap Bitcoin, you need more shares. To get more shares, you need to stake longer. It's kind of the way it will go. And obviously we've got marketing and getting more growing a community dramatically over the next few months. Will completely change the game on the amount of Axion available. So pretty cool. Those are a lot of my opinions. So hopefully they've been helpful to you. Food TV, the chart looked like a cup and handle. If so, Axion will explode. Absolutely. So let's jump back to the chart there, and then we're moving back to 30. I've got the price up here with all the expectations there. Where's the candle there? So that's sort of the 30-hour chart, that 30-minute chart there. Let's just jump out of here quickly and we'll look at that 2,100 pulled ETH. Man, that's just so exciting. Let's see that much ETH in there now. This is the number one, pulled Axion dropping. I like that. It's going to continue to go down over the next few days. Let's watch the space on that. Yeah, watch the holder numbers hopefully increase too, which is what we want. And we obviously want the staking number to increase. So let's have a quick look at this. I think we've got the staking percentage on the overview. I know it's on the home page, I think. Yeah, there it is. 75%. So we're at 75%. So that's what we want to dramatically increase over the next few months. So pretty neat. Our rank's gone below 400. Finally, we're below 400. We're at 396. It's so great to see that. So that's our crypto rank. And yeah, looking good. 50 million. Basically at 50 million market cap. The foots of 50 million is pretty cool. And you can see the average stake size, 9.4 million. Average stake length is 1,636 days, so that goes a bit more to what we were talking about, Food TV, about that. And you can see that the auction's pretty much sold out for today. A little bit more, and we're done. What's that? Another 1,200 bucks, so not even an ETH, 0.8 of an ETH, 30 ETH we need at the current price of Axion. We've truly jumped to the activity, and we'll have a look at some of these. So this is the Axion Today dashboard. If you haven't got this, get it, and you can add your address in, and it shows you all your portfolio details with this one here. It's a person So pretty neat. You can see lots of stuff going on here in their activity. You can see all the activities of every person in the community, what they're doing. This one here, 85 million, they staked for 15 years. This was 1 hour ago. So someone staked $42,500 for 15 years. Food TV is what they did just an hour ago. So it just shows you this one here did even a small amount, 495, so $246 they staked for 15.2 years. Hopefully they got some good gas fees on that. So what's Gateway at the moment? 112. So it's not the cheapest at the moment. So that's what they did. That's $1 million for max shares an hour ago. So people still are expecting to see a lot of these max shares in the coming 5 days. Pretty exciting. And it's like even these small amounts, you know, doing stuff to shrimp to a crab. Now that's how that rolls. I think we go to the overview to see that, don't we? Here we are here. So this on the overview tab, you can go see the league distribution. It's really just a categorization. Doesn't do anything material, obviously. But you got shrimps, crabs, fishes, dolphins, sharks, whales, and krakens. Sounds good. So there's no krakens, of course. 33% is held by whales. They've got average staking duration of 8.79 years. There's 35% are held by sharks. Average duration 8.65 years. Dolphins, 21% or almost 22%. 7.87 years staked average. Fishes and crabs and shrimps are the last couple there you can see. And so they got much lower stakings. You can see people with bigger bags, as we call it, bigger bags, staked way longer on average. So pretty cool. Let's just jump back to the chat and just see what's happening in there quickly. Yes, for max shares, 5 days, but it's not for time frame. With BTC divs, it's more like 11 to 36 months. Yeah, we looked at that. What else? Tell him it's okay. So this Punky is the strategy and marketing manager for Axion. So just seeing whether he's giving us any insights on there. Following through there. Yes, so just some basic questions he's answering. No little. So if you haven't seen the new website for Axion.network, go check that out. It looks really professional, and it's going to be great for marketing to crypto and non-crypto people alike, which is the plan. Axion's going to be certainly hitting conventional markets as well as the crypto currency audience. So watch the space on that. Lots of tips going on. So if you want to get some free Axion, get in there and start getting in part of the community, and you can probably get a few tips there. So 0.0005 is the price. Move down to let's look at the hourly chart. We'll just go to the daily. So just scroll it in there. So see that there nicely. Now I'll just turn off the images, so you can see that's where we are at the moment. 0.0005, looking good. Obviously we're going to they're going to the 12th, so we've got a couple of days to go. Put that back on. So that orange line is where that vertical line is where we got the VCA launch. There's going to be a 24-hour marathon show on Axion today with a whole ton of special guests. I'm not sure how much they've been marketing that. Maybe I've been marketing it more than they have because I'm talking about it every day. But hopefully I haven't let too many cats out of the bag. But I think people are aware of that. I haven't seen much talk of it on the Discord though, so just going to be might have jumped the gun on that one. But it's going to be a 24-hour party launch for VCA. It's going to be pretty epic. Lots of people, and it's going to be fun times. You're going to have so much to watch. It's going to be incredible. And we've got 5 days of probably dramatic changes in Axion. I don't want to make too many opinions on stuff, but that's where it looks to me. So it's going to be a fun time. Now we're on the, I guess it's the 7th, Sunday the 7th in a lot of places still. It's now Monday the 8th here in New Zealand. I don't know if you heard, but we had a few earthquakes off the coast. So they thought there might be tsunami here, not where I live, but further down New Zealand's coast somewhere. And apparently they had a few evacuations and stuff. So it's been a bit dramatic in New Zealand with the tsunamis, but everything looks okay. I think the warnings are off now. So yeah, Apparently some people did wake up in the middle of the night and hid under their door. The earthquake was on. So nice. Here we are, everybody, in the land of nice green candles. So we've been very patient, haven't we? I mean, think about it. We've been patient. Let me get the measure out. Let's say we were down here at this 0.0001. So if you picked up stuff there, that was people were very, very they were kind of worried and upset, and you get mixed bags there. But and then they had to go through the cycle. So let's have a look at that there to this day. That's 2 months that people have had to wait in the cycle. But obviously, if you sold at the top and you bought at the bottom, then you would have done okay, making some good returns. But we've had a couple of cycles on this channel, and then we finally get this breakout at 0.0035, and we're on our way up. And we have probably one of the most exciting launches in cryptocurrency history coming up on the 12th of March. And for those of us who've been in cryptocurrency for many years, this is definitely one of the most exciting launch events with Wrap Bitcoin as dividends, and the majority too, if you think about it. So if we're going to have 2.5 million Axion on the auctions per week to start with, then 2 million of those, or 80% of the Axion every week, is going to be for Wrap Bitcoin dividends. Obviously 85% of the ETH that goes in for that 2 million Axion goes back to stakers. 10% goes back to the people that entered the auction as a bonus back to them, top of the Axion. And 5% goes to the Axion team for marketing and growth, which is super exciting, and staff costs and stuff like that. So pretty awesome indeed. We've got professional mods in the Discord chat and Telegram, and they're going to be having lots of different social media sites. They're going to be obviously a Danger Digital the other day, which has been contracted to do SEO marketing. And so that's going to be huge, and content marketing goes with that. So quality content marketing for onboarding people. So it's going to be exciting. We've got so much stuff going on in the next few weeks that really is takeoff phase, and say goodbye to the past indeed. Man, the more people that hear about Wrap Bitcoin as dividends, they're going to be, whoo, yeah, I'm into that. I'm into that. So it's going to be pretty epic. So let us know in the comments in the chat there what you're excited about over the next few weeks. I'd be glad to talk about that. Pretty neat indeed. Obviously, Axion Today show is going to come up. I think they've actually probably got one on today coming up. Not today, I'm ahead of the time. Probably in another 14, 15 hours. So Patricia, if you're in there, let us know if you've got a show coming on. I think it's in the next 12 hours or 14 hours, something like that. So let us know. Post a link if you can. I think you can post links in the chat. I don't think I've had any issues with those. So go for gold. And we've also Axion Today on next Friday. It's going to have a special launch with VCA. So pretty exciting stuff coming up. We've got this price at 0.0005, looking good. So we're just going to jump back to the testnet. This is the testnet staking. So a lot of people won't have actually have done this. So I'm on the testnet page. This is being tested. I'm not sure when the testing finishes, but this is it here. I've hooked up a testnet wallet. I've got this is all pretend numbers, so they're not real numbers. Just take that into account when watching it. But we've got the home page. Oh, let me click out of that. So the home page will take me to Axion Network, I think. So let me just check that one. It does. Axion Network. So this is the new website, okay? So this is where people will be landing, so you can buy Axion, stake Axion. Look at those buttons, they're so fancy. That's cool. Buy Axion, stake Axion. They've got all this going on. Looks really nice. That's the new website. Stake Axion, obviously. So straight to functions to go to the main things that you want to do. Buy Axion from the auction. Community-driven support available. Join our Discord. So really awesome, and highly secured, fully audited. You can view the audits, and then the white paper coming soon. So this was disabled because they want to do a lot more to the white paper, so it's looking good. And then you got some key metrics down the bottom, and then you got the team. You got Jordan Travos, Joel Gerlach, and Brian Newbright, so he's the Chief of Strategy and Marketing. Creative Director is Joel, and Jordan is Web Developer. It's great to see some faces. Don't know if you've seen the faces of some of the team members, but it's awesome to have some of them in there. Obviously, we've got people that they do live streams when they do updates as well, so it's pretty neat stuff. So there's lots of cool stuff on there, and then obviously partner features of teams and stuff like that. So really good transparency. And that's that. That's on the home page. Then on the staking page, which is this one here, we've got all the shares that you would have. So I've linked up my wallet. I've already got this. Is all fake, of course. I won this in the auction a couple of days ago. Got 23 million Axion, 12,000 US dollars. I can view that on Etherscan. It tells me my shares that I have. I max shared it, so after I withdrew it, I max shared it for 15.2 years. That gave me a really awesome percentage of the reward pool. And obviously I can stake more. I can do some more stakes if I want, if I got more Axion. Got the big paydays up here. It tells me the share rate. Obviously this is all just part of the test net, so it's not real stuff. And it's got my wrap Bitcoins down here. You are registered and ready to go. Venture capital auction dividends. I'm stoked. I mean, look at that. And then I can withdraw. It's obviously got no balance accumulating because this is just a test net, not the real thing. Still got the big paydays there that we saw, pretty close to the, it's got 250 there, so you can see these numbers. I've got my active stake that I put in place already, and it's already got a APY of 334%. I wish, so I can withdraw that too. Obviously it's only 0.13% through, so that's pretty cool. Then the third tab is the auction. This is actually the venture capital auction page. Venture capitalists bring a new dividend asset class in the form of wrapped Bitcoin, which simply utilizes Bitcoin liquidity on the Ethereum network. So pretty exciting. The venture capital auction investor also receives an immediate 10% wrapped Bitcoin upon completion of the VCA in which they bid in. So pretty neat. The auto stake period for VCA is a minimum of 120 days, so different from the standard auctions of 100 million Axion, longer than the normal auctions. In order to offset the additional reward paid in wrapped Bitcoin, venture auction investors may choose to stake for longer than 120 days, upwards of 15 years or 5,555 days, accompanied by a sliding scale with the date attached. So this is in the draft, so it'll be interesting to see what changes they've made based on the feedback from the testnet and so forth. So you can actually get a referral bonus as well in that. Axion in the auction, this is the main auction stats. It's got an hour and 40 minutes. It's just a dummy test thing. It's got $1 billion in there, and it says Ethereum. No one's bid in today. I should bid in. Let me bid in while I'm send max. I'm gonna do 0.1. No one's been in there today, so I might as well do it while we're live. How about that? Because no one's put anything in today's test auction, so I'm gonna do that now. So I'm gonna confirm that. Put a bit of gas. So we're waiting to watch that. You're watching this live. I'm going to be the only person probably in this auction. It's got an hour and 40 minutes to go. Let's see what I can do. I've already got an auction that I need to withdraw from. Pretty cool. And we're waiting for the transaction to process on the Robstein network. So waiting for that. Here we go, folks. You're watching it live on the testnet for the venture capital auction. This is the real one's going to start on the 12th, but we're on the demo, testing it out. And I'm going to be the first one in today's auction. Pretty neat. Here we go. It's taking a little while to process. I probably should up the gas now. It's only pretend gas on the Robstein network. It's just for testing, not the Ethereum network, which is the real one. There's obviously a referral code too that you can use. So pretty cool. There we are, transaction confirmed. Your transaction has been successfully mined. You're good to go. Click the button below to view the transaction on Etherscan. Not going to do that, but you can see my 0.1 ETH is entered. My ETH here, I'm expecting 3 million Axion out of the reward pool because the Axion per ETH is 31 million. You can see 31 million per ETH is the auction rate. Let's refresh this page so that the Ethereum shows up. Pretty sure it's the only reason why it hasn't. There we are, that's my entry, 0.01. Is that fantastic or what? 0.01, oh, that's so good. So what's happened to my, yeah, so there we are. So looking good, venture, and it's in progress. So you can see I did one the other day on the 5th of March. It's completed. I did one on the 6th, and it says withdraw. I can withdraw that. So and then I'm going to do that now actually. And then I've got the new one I just did on the 8th, which is today, in progress, and that's going to close in an hour and 40 minutes. So I'll be able to withdraw that. Pretty cool. I'm the only one in there. I like that. It's kind of fun. So I'm going to withdraw this to the stake. I don't know why there's a bit of funniness going on there with the thing. I'm gonna max share it. So hopefully that works. So what I've got here, 21st, 24th, 1.1 share rate, 28 million shares, 86 longer pays better bonus. See that longer pays better is so good. That's why people are staking for 15 years, because you get so many. Oh, it's about 3.7 times more shares. You got 114.8 million shares. Pretty cool. I'm going to stake that, and that's going to ask me for a Ether notification. This is what you're going to do when it goes live. Pretty much, I'm going to confirm that, and here we go, folks. After we've finished this, showing the testnet for the venture capital auctions, we're going to start on Friday, most likely on the 12th of March. I'm going to jump, so you can see that's now completed. I've now withdrawn that. I've still got this one that's in progress, going to close shortly. We go back to the stake page, and then my balance has gone up massive. Now I've got 54.7 million fake Axion. So it's worth $27,248. Wouldn't it be cool if that was true? And then, so that's there. And so I scroll down here, and I've got my second stake that I just did. So the one that I made on the auction page now shows up here. It starts the 8th, which is today. 0 progress. That's the amount that I won. The shares, it was 114 million. I've got no interest yet. And a big payday. I'm going to get 550 million X in a big payday. That's pretty awesome, because they put 250 billion in there, so it's pretty funny. And then the APR is 0, and then obviously I can withdraw it, but obviously it'll be penalties. So that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you haven't seen that, it's pretty neat, I think. So here we're back at the price, and the price seems to be moving up again. So we're going to turn off the the um, images, and we're watching that there go up. And I'm just going to full screen that. And we've got the daily candles going there, looking nice. That's a beautiful looking chart. Pretty exciting. And we'll jump to the 30 minutes. Hopefully it won't skew the chart too much. Not too bad. So that's it there. It's a 30-minute chart. Looks like we're testing that range there of just over 5. Looking good. So we'll go to the comments, check out the stuff. Oh, Kyle, message retracted. I was about to read that, but missed that one. Hey, welcome to the channel if you're here. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. It really helps. I like the video. Share, of course, if you can. And if you want to get further notifications, there's so much going on. Hit the bell and get further notifications. Now, typically with the auctions coming up, so it's going to be fun to see that. Looking good. We'll just jump to the auction quickly. Check that out. So the auction here is close to sold out, not quite, but the auction rate's still better than Uniswap, and that excludes the 10%. It's still 2.43% cheaper. So you get, basically means you get more in the rate. If you want to get 10%, if you're going to enter the auction today, you can get 10% bonus as well on top of that. So it'll be 350,000 on top of that. You can use the link in the video description, and that gives you a 10% bonus. Let's have a quick look at the gas prices. Have a quick look at that at the moment. Boom. So gas prices are up at 107 Gwei. I expect that to come down over today, to be honest. We'll see what happens there, though. So here we are, 0.0005 we hit the previous half an hour. We were at 0.0005 which is quite nice. So onwards and upwards, I think. Onwards and upwards. Hey, welcome if you're new to the channel. I see a few new people climbing on board, so great to have you here. Kyle Havens, do you anticipate the price will keep rising until the VCAs? I should have bought more 2 weeks ago. Yeah, well, it's always the case, right? When the price starts moving, it's going up. So I anticipate the price to keep going up. So we just actually talked about that. So I'll just go to the daily chart, and I'll add back in the diagrams. So this vertical orange is the launch of the VCA, expected launch, subject to the audit. So remember that, subject to the audit, but I do expect it to be on time. And we can see that I'm expecting it to potentially, obviously this is just my own opinions and a price prediction, so it's not investment advice, but I'm expecting it to go, a good chance of going to 0.008 Now the previous all-time high for Axion is 0.0072, and on CoinGecko you'll see 0.007 is the high there, so that's the day high. Where's the intraday high? Well, it says the day high, but we definitely saw it at 0.0072. So that's that yellow line. So we're expecting actually to blow past that all-time high to make a new all-time high, and that's based on a sort of a incremental based on these candles. So just by adding those on top over the next day. So we've got we're in the current day now, day 8, so day 9, 10, 11, and 12. So 4 to 5 days left. So we're expecting that to really challenge this area. So I think it's a reasonable place to get in. Obviously, you need to do your own due diligence. It's not investment advice, but I think it's a reasonable place, and this is my prediction. So um, we'll see. There's always sellers, but at the moment we've got a lot more buyers than sellers, and Wrap Bitcoin's coming, and that's probably one of the biggest events in crypto land. So I think it's pretty exciting. We've also got marketing starting. That means a lot of business networks will be getting communications that have already been prepared with content managers, with Denver Digital and Punky and the marketing team. We've got Axion Today's show. We'll be doing a lot of great shows around this as well. They've got a big launch on the Friday, 24-hour live stream, so it's going to be pretty epic. And people will continue to max shares. I'm expecting the people to continue to max shares, so forth. So hopefully that helps a little bit, Kyle. Really everything, all the information I've sort of suggested is on the chart, and then I've given you quite a few of the reasons why I think that's going to be the case. And I also talked about the fact that we've moved from 300 million to 100 million in the standard Axion auctions, so that's 30 ETH to sell those out each day. Quite easily done. So that leaves the venture capital auctions as the real huge 2 million per week, which is a huge amount. So that's you know, I think I was talking about this like 600,000 US dollars in those at least. But obviously the Axion price is going up, so it changes the numbers a bit. Excuse me. So 2 billion, 1 more 0, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 3, 6, 9. So 3 billion times 0.0005 is, oh my goodness, wow. So that's expecting to be $1 million per week in divs at the moment, based on the Axion price. That's pretty amazing. So divided by, let's say divided by 1650, that's 606 Ethereum that we're expected to come into at the current price into the auctions to sell them out. So that's 600 Ethereum. That's 85% times 0.85 would be the amount of that would go to 515 ETH would be the amount that's going to go back to stakers. That's 85%. So times 1650, say, that's 850,000 expected. So it's a real jump since the last predictions I did a couple of days ago. Obviously the price has a big impact on that. They'll also have to balance. They already have really good data about auctions, so they'll adjust the amount in the actual auctions in Axion over the months ahead, depending on what all the dynamics are saying, because they actually they kind of have good data of what they know can be sold out, but they don't know what the growth of the community and etc. and bigger whales coming in. They don't have what the upper end is. They don't know what that is. They have some indication based on the way Wise launched with their first epoch. They had 60 days of these different type of auctions, low risk, high risk auctions. So they have a little bit more data from that project as well. So we'll watch the space on that. They'll keep us updated. But to start off with, if we hold this price, then you're looking at 850,000 US dollars in the first week of dividends. So I don't know, divided by 50,000. That would be 17 Bitcoin distributed amongst the stakers in the first week alone. So hopefully there's some interesting numbers out there for you, those who haven't calculated those. I just did those on the fly now. So once again, do your own due diligence and research. But yeah, this is a long-term project. Obviously, we have a share rate, so the share rate goes up slightly. So Pretty cool. Where to buy? You can buy on Uniswap or you can buy via the auction Merrick. So there's a link below if you want to get 10% in the auction. That's actually a slightly better price, but the auction is a minimum. You have to minimum stake 60 days. Once it comes out at the end of the 24-hour period, I think it's about 7 hours to go. The other way is to buy is you can buy on the Uniswap, and the link's in the video description as well. Pretty sure I've got that link in there. Yeah, so step 3 is step 3, you can buy on Dex. I've got the Dex Tools link, and you just click the red trade button. You can buy on the market, but there's no 10% bonus there. You're just buying at the market. If you want to get the auction where you get 10% bonus, there's a link directly under this video in the video description, and that gives you a 10% bonus. You just have to hook up your MetaMask wallet, and away you go. But the difference is that you'll get 10% bonus, but you have to minimum stake for 60 days. Obviously, if you want to get more rewards, then you have to get more shares. So you can stake between 60 days, 5,555 days, and if you stake 555 days, you're going to probably get 3.7 times more shares. So that will give you way more of the reward pool. So it depends whether you're more after the Bitcoin, then you want to stake long and you'll get more Bitcoin. And you probably pay off to cover the investment that you stake 15 years, probably somewhere between 11 months and 36 months, depending on how long you've staked and stuff like that. So you can see that there's a few variables in play, but that's kind of a way of, but then you get the dividends onwards as the project continues to move along. We've also got our altcoins coming in, will come in probably maybe 3 or 4 months away. They're obviously, I don't know, the team's always earlier than expected these days. 2021, they've been delivering so fast, it's been incredible. But you've got to take into account that there'll be a lot more features coming into the auctions as well with altcoins, and with altcoins comes new communities. So I think they're going to be looking at that quite differently to try and really get the maximum growth out of that. So I think if just focusing on Bitcoin, which is the main event, then I think that's really huge. But I think they're going to do some pretty exciting stuff with the altcoins as well, so watch the space on that one. So here we are, we're at 0.004969.7. Let's get out of the full screen, and we will check out that. So we had a few little sales here. 50 million, so that's really what took the price down a bit there. But you get these coming in and out. The thing is, we're getting a lot more people with 30-40 million buys and sells. It doesn't show that here, but we've got you're getting a few more of those. So interesting place to be. So there we are. We had someone sold 50 million, 10 million, 1 million, but then we had a 60 million buy. So getting a bit of ebbs and flows there. Very healthy indeed. Total liquidity 7.2 million, daily volume 3 million. Pooled ETH, this is awesome, this pooled ETH, I love this. Now if you've been watching the daily updates, 2,100 ETH is fantastic. Pooled Axion 7.28. I'm looking forward to going under 7 billion. We've been watching this up, it was up at 10, 11 billion many days, so it's great to see it down here. And the total transactions is increasing as well, 29,839. So I'm expecting that to go over 3. Oh, we just went, you see that? We just ticked over $3 million US. Congratulations, everybody. $3 million US in daily volume. That's outstanding. I'm just going to say that. 3 million in daily volume on Dex Tools. That's pretty cool. I like to post little news like that. Merrick, thank you. Yeah, no, oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. So great time to be involved. Pretty awesome. I'll give myself a few little things there. Well, Punky's been in there for quite a while. He's been there tipping. A lot of excitement going on there. I guess well, the VCA would sell out. Yeah, so like I said, 600, it'll be 300 ETH per. There's two venture cap auctions. There'll be 1 billion each. I don't know if they're going to do something special for the first day. So just the team's always full of surprises, so take that into account. But I'm sure there's going to be some special things coming out on launch day on the 12th and 13th that will surprise us. So look out for that one. There'll be some surprises for sure. But 1 billion would be at the current price would be about 300 ETH. So that's two auctions, so we'll get one on Friday. I don't know whether they'll do when they'll do the second one. The second one, I think they've chosen. They were originally going to do Tuesday and Saturdays, but I think now they're going to be doing Tuesdays and Fridays for the VCA. I think that's where they've headed with that. So pretty cool. So someone in Crypto P saying we need 5.3 million in daily volume in DEX tools to trend number 10's place. Yeah, so that's cool. Yeah, so interesting stuff going on there. You always get that in the channel. All right, let's jump back to the price. 0.004991, pretty cool. We can see that Wise has moved up about a cent since we've been on live stream for the last 80 minutes. We got Hex is sitting pretty much the same. I don't know if you've been at DexT has their own token that's done very well, and Axion there. So there's a couple of the favorites that I watch on this one. Gas medium is 146 Gwei, low is 126. It's on the high side compared to lately. I like to get it at least under 110, preferably under 90 or under is normally what I get in. I actually did quite a few transactions when we got down into that 60, 70, 80 Gwei mark, so I was quite pleased about that. Got to manage a lot of my matured stakes and recompound them and stuff like that, so pretty cool. And obviously I had to register, when I did that, I registered my VCA address. So if you haven't registered your venture capital auction address, you need to do it. That's your Ethereum MetaMask wallet that you use for staking and transactions for. So you need to go onto the staking tab of the platform and do that. So let's I think we've got that actually. Have we got, so on the, I didn't say that we actually, there's also a mining tab. So if you want to do mining on this is the new platform testnet, you got the mining tab. This is not the, this is the testnet, remember, it's not the real staking platform at the moment, this is the one coming. And then they've got the old Hex 3T token, and then they've got tools. Tools got Axion Today Show, so you can go to watch that. And they've got YouTube channel and a whole ton of other social media. There's the Axion calculator for working out how many Axion you might be able to get and how much wrapped Bitcoin you can get. I've done a few videos on that, so you can check that on this channel as well. And then they've got the Axion stats page, which I used to use, and I think it's probably been updated now. I need to just check with the developer of that, which is the green guy on Discord. So some neat stuff there. I'll just go to home. I'm on home already. Let me just check this one here. I was going to stake Axion. Let me just check. It's going to take us to the staking portal. And so on the staking portal, you need to come to this page. On the staking, you need to hook up your MetaMask wallet, and the second item below will tell you whether your address is registered for VCA. So that's where you need to go to do that on the staking platform. So hopefully that helps. So here's the expectation, expecting the current price is at pretty much at 0.0005, expecting good chance, very good chance of breaking the all-time high quite easily, I think. Famous last words, of course, but 0.0072, 0.007 on CoinGecko, breaking that yellow line to make a new all-time high. And I'm fairly optimistic that we will get to 0.008, and there is obviously some chance that we could actually fly past that to 0011. That's kind of where I've got in my head. Maybe it's just because it's a logical number to have. So watch the space on that. That would be a parabolic rise in the chart, and we get those often and when we get re-rated. So good to know. Claire, hey Claire, great to have you here. Claire, beautiful, nice name. Axion blowing up. Hats off to the team. We have come a long way. Absolutely, and just credit to the Axion team. So they've got at least 5 developers. T-Deli is the one I think is the one I know. I'm not sure if he is the sort of the team leader of that group because they are community devs as well. But they've been doing a terrific job, all of them. So fantastic, and obviously the marketing team now we've got in place also doing a terrific job with the Punkonomics. They've with Scott, with Brian Punky has been doing great jobs with the economics, and obviously with Jack and the rest of them. So and then we have some pretty big supporters. Jeff Kradakis, who runs a lot of big crypto platforms, social media and stuff like that. and exchanges is I think liquidity exchanges and stuff like that, and support. So that's pretty big communities there. Carl Havens, I'd like to buy from the auction and get the 10% discount. Currently, auction price is 2.9 million for 1 ETH versus 3.5 million on Uniswap. Oh, well, it's probably because it changes around a bit, Kyle. So the actual dashboard, so you have to do check it. So see how you go on that one. You're right. So it's switched around. So before, when we were talking, this was the opposite way around. So now it's switched around, and the auction price is because with the auction is now oversubscribed. Kyle, the auction is now oversubscribed. We just got 35. So the auction's got 51 million in it, but someone just put in, was it about 3 ETH or something? So let's go check that out. That's a good point. That just happened after I talked to you. Let's have a quick check out. So we've got a bid there. So someone bid in 5.75 ETH 9 minutes ago. So someone put $10,000 in there. You can actually see that account of that person. You can actually click on that. I don't think we need to for this purposes. So where do we go back here? I'm trying to go back to the auction. Where was I? Yeah, so it's now got oversubscribed. So 51,000. So now Uniswap is the best bet. But then you'd get 10%, so that would be 290,000, which still makes Uniswap better. So Kyle, your best bet is actually not to go into the auction, but to go onto Uniswap today. If you're going to go in today, that is the best bet. And you've got 6,034 minutes to go on that regards. You can self-refer yourself, Kyle, if you use 2 addresses, so you can do that. That would give you a 30% bonus, so you can think about that one too. Currently, auction price is 2.9 million for 1 ETH. Kyle Havens, do you need to get into the auctions earlier in the day in order to make it sense? No, the best, Kyle, is to get into the end of the day, because then you know what the prices are at the end, because that's what's actually going to be the final prices. So it's what we call sniping, and typically people do it in the last half an hour, 10 minutes, something like that, to enter the auction, because then they know what the actual price is going to be. If you actually enter in the beginning, you never know how much people are going to go in during the day. So typically towards the end of the day is much smarter. We've got 6,034 minutes to go. It's already oversold, but there will be another auction tomorrow, and that will be up 100 million or more. So and the reason why it goes over 100 million is because we get penalties and rollovers, penalties and stuff like that from stakes that are matured and are getting penalised. I think it's 2% per week and stuff like that. So that's why they get over 100 million. Excuse me. So hopefully that's some good one. That's flipped. See, that's how quick it happens, Kyle. It just 1 minute we're talking and it looks like it's beneficial, and then on the other hand, it flips around. You just get a bid in at the time. I think I said that we needed about 1 more ETH, and then someone put 5.75 in. So they've overbid the auction actually. But they may have self-referred themselves. So if that was the case, then they would still be doing very well. So hopefully that one helps. But welcome, Kyle. I'm not sure how long you've been in, but it's great to have you here, and tell your friends Axion is just taking off phase. Pretty awesome. Now, also the other side of it is when you get wrapped Bitcoin, obviously the upside of Bitcoin is huge. So once you get that in your wallet, or it just accumulates on your account, and then so let's go to the testnet, and we can see that under stake. So when there will be something that looks like this, so it may be slightly different when they actually launch the final version, but it will just accumulate. Your divs will just accumulate here. It also does a US dollar thing, which I really love, and that will just accumulate, and then you can withdraw it to your wallet at any time. So you just click withdraw, and the notification will come up MetaMask, and that will transfer the wrapped Bitcoin. They'll probably go and buy some on the market, and then out of the ETH pool that accumulates with the dividends, and then out of the auction, sorry, and then they'll just go and buy some wrapped Bitcoin, and then send it to your address. Is probably I think the way they do it seems the most logical, and you'll just confirm that on the MetaMask, and then that will process. So pretty easily done. If I process this, it will just be zero stuff. It won't actually do much. So got it. Thanks, for super helpful. Also, what is your personal relationship with Axion. So this is Axion Token, so it's an unofficial channel. It's the only channel on YouTube called Axion Token that I'm aware of, and so I'm just a big community supporter and promoter of Axion. But I've been in since before the beginning launch. So I've been doing the daily auctions. I do the daily auction videos every day. So I'm on day 114. So that's a lot of commitment, but it's a bright future for Axion and a great community, great vision. So it's going to be fun times. So I do a fair amount of reading. I keep fairly up to date with most things. There's a few things that I have to catch up on sometimes, but most of the time I'm pretty much into it. But I do the testnet videos, I do how-to tutorials, I do testnet videos showing how the testnet works. A lot of people like those. I do videos on crypto and Bitcoin generally. I do videos on wealth creating wealth, and stuff like that. So my expertise is in a lot of these areas, so that's what I do. Hopefully that helps. Once again, if you are new to the channel, please subscribe, like, and share. Hit the bell for notifications, and yeah, keep tuning in because there's lots of stuff happening in the future. So hey, we've been going for an hour and a half. It's pretty cool. I'm feeling good for enjoying these price moves. I'll just jump back to the price chart. We just jumped back to 0.0005. So those decent sells that we had some decent sells, 50 million, 10 million. We got some nice buybacks there, 21 million, 16 million. So ebbs and flows, folks, ebbs and flows. So there we are. We're back up at 0.0005. I like it. Powering on. Yeah, I've had some comments on other stuff saying it'll be 1 penny soon. I got another one. Hope this is not a pump and dump. I got massive millions of Axion tokens. So you got lots of different people chiming in. They're all coming out of the woodwork, folks. This is what happens when the price really starts to climb. So people come out of the woodwork, and it's great. The community is going to expand dramatically. Yeah, so this is fun times ahead. I see it as a big re-rate. People are going to want wrap bitcoins, folks. And so we'll obviously get the normal price ups and downs that you get in all markets. Every market on the planet has it. But I see Axion re-rating over time quite dramatically. So it's going to be good times. And obviously we have transparency and data. We kind of know when the big paydays are, but we also know that a lot of people are max sharing. And they're going to have a lot more other campaigns probably coming up where people will be staking too, because once you see at the moment we're going to have Axion, then we're going to have wrap Bitcoin, which is going to be 80%, not quite 80%, but close to that, and then we're going to have altcoins coming again. So people are going to want to stake to get all those dividends that are coming up. Does that make sense? Do people? Sometimes that's the big obvious thing, but people sometimes they may not fully grasp that you're going to get Axion dividends, you're going to get wrap Bitcoin dividends, which is like 80%. It's very clever, and it's very going to get harder to get Axion in that regards. And then you're going to have altcoins coming down the road. Imagine that, altcoins as well. That's just like layering on returns of dividends. Does that make sense? So it's like huge. It really is huge. Maybe one of the altcoins is Polkadot. Maybe one of the altcoins is Binance Coin. It's like some pretty decent stuff. Maybe it's a bit more niche. Maybe it's Phantasma chain. With really latest technology and stuff. Like it's lots of stuff coming up and potentially down the line. And the team's trying to work out. That's why I think that they just focus on the Bitcoin as well, as they want to work. They know that there's so much value in those altcoin auctions. They're going to come up with the dividends that are associated. I think there's a lot of clever stuff happening in that front. So just watch the space on that. I think that's pretty exciting. Yeah, so let's have a look at the market cap is still only $48.2 million. So keep that in the context when you're going to get wrap Bitcoin of at the current price $1 million in the auction. You're looking at huge. You're looking at was it 20 Bitcoin per week. It's pretty major. So watch the space on that. It's pretty epic. Uh, and there's lots of upside for Bitcoin. Definitely in this cycle, we could see a 70,000, 100,000 rather than a pullback. So uh, I was going to do a couple of actually a video on that, so I'll try and get that up maybe later today or tomorrow. I've got so much content that I want to do, so just got to paste that along. We're at 0.0005 looking good, and the daily volume still climbing up there, looking good indeed. Gwei seems to be climbing a bit. We're up at 120, 160. Fast as 173, so we're certainly on the high cycle there. Let's totally check Discord, see what's going on there. May have jumped to the end already. I don't know if you've seen this video. It's called Boats and Hoes, excuse the last word, but that's pretty funny, these two coming out of that. Oh my gosh. So there's lots of silly stuff going on Discord at the moment, but it's pretty funny. So there we are, folks. That's what's going on there. Some greenish guy, he runs the stats page, so that's good to know. So here we are on the testnet, and this is what we're looking forward to coming up. Wrap Bitcoin dividends, just to keep accumulating on your dashboard, and then you can withdraw them to your wallet whenever you want to. I have a basic strategy I'm going to be doing with that. So there is also, I don't know if you're familiar with the board of directors, so it's part of the marketing strategy plan. It's got a lot of whales and other big supporters in it, and basically also it's got 5 non-whales and stuff in it as well to balance it out. They just had a vote on that the other day. Now those are basically going to they're going to be actually doing some reinvestment. So when they get wrapped Bitcoins, they're actually going to do some reinvestment back into Axion as to get more shares and more dividends for themselves, but also to give even more price support on top of all the other initiatives of growing the community. So that's another really cool thing that they're doing. So they're thinking a lot of angles to increase the price support over time. And like I say, it's in my view, it's just still very early days. So I'm very excited indeed. So pretty neat. Looking good there. Let's just jump to Axion today and see what dashboards we got. Yeah, it'll be interesting. Hopefully not people put too much. Sometimes these ETHs can oversold, and that's like the venture capital auctions when they start. This daily auction of 100 million, 103 million has been oversold, but the venture capital auctions could be oversold as well. And I'm expecting the first one to be oversold, the one coming up. So we could get in excess of $1 million if the whole price holds up at 0.0005. Get well in excess of $1 million US in the auction this week. For 2 auctions. So watch the space on that. Could get 1.3, 1.4 million in the first one. Not in the first one. We could get what's that? 5. Could get probably 700,000 in the first one. That's probably where we're going. So pretty exciting. All right, so we might follow this up, keep this up for another 3 minutes, and I might wrap that up. That would be 100 minutes live stream on this huge price move. I bet you once I sign off for this session at least, that it will probably go through another price move, but we'll see. We've got quite a long day to go ahead of us, so watch that one. But if the price does move again, I'll definitely come on and do another hour live stream or so forth, so we'll see how it goes. But pretty neat. So I might do a quick summary just to wrap up this session. And like I said, if the price really does move again, I will come back on and open up the live stream for watching the price and talking about the ecosystem. So we're at 0.0005. We've got 7.36 million US liquidity, which is fantastic. Daily volume 3 million, unbelievable, fantastic. 2,100 ETH in the pool versus just under 7.3 billion Axion in the pool. and just under 30,000 transactions the last 24 hours. Pretty awesome. Dex T score 95, looking good. So community trusted 94.4. I don't know if that only subscribe users too. So that's subscribe users. You got lots of nice buys in the last little bit there, looking really good. And there's a nice 16 million there. So looking very healthy indeed. My target, of course, we've got the launch of VCA on the 12th. The all-time high is 0.0007 and 7.2 if you take the other one. And so we're looking at that over the next few days. We could hit that, and then my expectation at least a reasonable one is 0.008. So we'll see where we get to from there. So that's that for that, and the auction is sold out at the moment. So best not to enter that unless you're going to self-refer. So that's where we go. Probably Uniswap is better, and that's it. So lots happening. I'll be back onto Discord, so I'll catch the rest of you there if you're going to be there. I will jump on there too, and I may be doing another video or two. Definitely the auction close later on today, so we'll see how I go. Awesome. And if you hadn't seen the staking testnet, I've got a couple of videos on staking testnet on the channel. Do have a look through all the videos that I've posted. Lots of good information on a lot of different topics covering all of Axion ecosystem. So I hope you enjoy that. Once again, thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. And I will see you in the next one. And thanks to Alex if you're secretly there. I always appreciate your moderations. So really cool.